Hi, everyone. Welcome to This One's Dedicated To. I'm Jennifer Ziegler.
And I'm Chris Barton, and today we are joined by middle grade author Yamile Saied Méndez to talk about her novel, The Beautiful Game. Hello, Yamile.
Welcome.
Oh, hello. How are you doing?
So well, thank you.
Oh, we're excited to talk to you about this book. And I was wondering if you could kick us off by reading aloud the dedication.
Yes, it's a tricky one because it's in Spanish, but it's short. Para el Lalo.
Aw. And what can you tell us about Lalo and why the book is dedicated to this person?
Lalo is my little brother. His real name is Gonzalo Sayed. Nobody knows him by Gonzalo. He's always been Lalo. We don't even know who gave him the nickname, but dedicated to him because he is one of my best friends.
Aw.
First best friend. He's 5 years younger than me, but he's always been like my little baby. And he was, although everybody in our family loved football or soccer, like we call it in the US, he was the soccer player in our family, extremely talented, extremely fun to watch. And although my character in the beautiful game is a girl, she is a lot of the things that I gave her, a lot of her talent and her attitude comes from him.
Aw. And where is Lalo?
My brother lives in Argentina. That's where we're from. We were born and raised in Rosario, which is where Leo Messi was also born, but he now lives in Mendoza.
Oh, okay, great.
Well, at what point when you were making the Beautiful Game did you know you were going to dedicate it to Lalo?
It's always been for him. And there was no question in my mind. My only debate was whether how to dedicate it to, if I should include his real full name or do it in English. And although I'm hoping that the book will be available in Spanish, just in case, I said, and he can read English, I'm like, I'm gonna do it just for him, just so that I can
Oh.
it. Yeah, I was thinking 100% about him.
Uh, well, how did you let Lalo know about the dedication, or does he know yet?
He knows. When I got the advanced reader copies a few weeks ago, I took a picture. We chat through WhatsApp every day, several times a day, and I sent him a picture of the dedication, and he was at work, but he texted me and said, "Oh, you should send me a warning." I was all emotional at work, having to pretend that I was cool. So, of course, I did not apologize. Yeah.
Well, obviously, this book has a lot of Lalo in it, as you said, and but I was wondering what else is taken from your life and your childhood.
I was a very quiet and obedient preteen, but I had a super rich inner life and I was very rebellious in my heart. So I gave her that rebellion outwardly. And also a love for her grandparents, which is a current theme in all of my books. And she's growing up in a untraditional household. She's being raised by her grandparents and who don't have a relationship with her dad. And so there was a lot of generational conflict there. And or they have a relationship that's very fraught, and she's kind of that bridge. And so my grandparents were also very young compared to other grandparents. And I put her in that situation, just loving her parents and her grandparents, and again, trying to bring them together.
Well, when you were her age, when you were Magic's age, did you want to be a writer?
I
Were
wanted
you?
to be a writer. Yes, I wanted to be a writer since I was 7. And so I feel like from a very early age, I've been collecting stories and thinking, okay, if I were a soccer player, this is what life would be like. And I've been archiving all these little tidbits throughout all my life. But yes, in that sense, we're very different.
Did you play soccer also when you were Magic's age?
I never played in a team officially. I just played at school or at home with my friends and with my brother. But back in those days, girls did not play soccer in Argentina. And so I'm glad to hear that things have changed. But no, there were no leagues for girls, and we were not encouraged to play because it was seen as something just for boys.
Well, I'm glad that has changed. Magic, at least in the beginning of the book, plays on a boys' team.
Yes, she does, because she has other options, but her grandfather is the coach of this team. And so she started playing when she was very, very young, and it just felt natural. And so, yes, she never questioned that she was gonna always be in the boys' team until something happened and she had to revise her whole life journey.
And I no spoilers, but there are some moments where I have to say, as a girl, having grown up a girl, I was going, oh my gosh.
Yes, because some of those situations as athletes are, or even as non-athletes, you know, like we still have gone through all these awkward moments. And so I think a lot of people, even if they don't play sports, will empathize with the things that happened to her.
Do you have other siblings besides Lalo?
Yes, I'm the oldest of four. And then we have a brother who's a year younger than me. And right after, there's a sister. So their names are Damian and Maria Belén, and then Gonzalo.
And are there book dedications for them that you've done or are in the works? Do you owe them, or will they expect a dedication from you?
Well, I wrote a book called On These Magic Shores that came out in 2020. That was my neglected child because it came out on June of 2020 when nobody cared about books coming out. And I dedicated that book to my siblings, and I said to my first best friends, because we were very close in age, and my mom was very young, and I always feel for her now as an adult person and as a mom. I think, oh my gosh, bless her heart, the things we made her go through. But we had a lot of fun growing up, and we're still best friends to this day, even if we're far away.